one method you could do is to snap and then play normally, even if it's an easy chord change. You know, if you're going from, let's say, C major to A minor, just one finger, you know? So you could go snap and then normal. And they're almost like the inverse of each other. So what I mean is that when you snap immediately after you play, right? You snap immediately after you play. But then when you change, you want them to be legato, so you snap right at the last moment, right at the last millisecond. And that's how you get the legato connection. Instead of, it's very common you hear that kind of thing, right? You hear that little bit of pause in between the chords. So I think that method, snap and then don't snap. So swap between the two. Yeah. I think it can
Yeah.
apply it to anything. Apply it to anything. So yeah, we'll
It,
go back, going back to that. Going back to this one. That's probably one of the trickiest ones there. Yeah. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So snap, and I actually snap the right hand too. So you see my thumb, and you can see my right hand. I'm snapping the right hand. So whatever strings I'm going to next, I'll also snap with the right hand. That and then legato. So I'm snapping right at the last moment to make the chords connect smoothly.
yeah, I've been working on that piece, the number 11 too. I think the chord changes are like still a little bit hard for me, but I can definitely, I think, see improvement from where I used to be. Um, I'm just still working on just getting it legato and smooth, but I think it's been going good.
Great. Yeah. I'm sure there must be similar concepts in piano, violin. Yeah, there must be similar.
Well,
Or what?
well, with the piano, I mean, I think I was, yeah, you more, your hand shape is pretty much the same for most chords. Like, you hit it, there's not really many different chord shapes in your hand, so you can get like almost any triad with just your three fingers in the same spot. You don't have to really do that. And if you, it's more, the problem you more have on a piano is distance if you
Yeah.
have four drums, but you can hold the pedal and move, so it's a lot
Oh,
easier.
you'd hold the pedal and take your time. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. But what if you're
And then
playing fast? If you're playing fast, you can't take, even with the pedal, you can't take your time. So if you had to go like da, 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 like something like, if there
I
was,
mean,
does that just not happen much in piano music
It
you
or?
does.
it does, but I mean, you I guess
You just have to
I think the
practice.
big difference is that your hand can be like, you're not doing all this jumping around with your fingers like that. Your hand is pretty much the same shape, it's just moving. So it's just getting there fast, but not necessarily thinking too much about which fingers. I don't know. I guess maybe for someone who's
Yeah.
just starting might be. I think it's just a little bit easier, especially since almost all the chords are the same shape. It's just where you are. I mean, you also have a lot more, like, you can stretch a lot more on the piano than you can on the guitar. So you have more notes in like your reach, kind of.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Because I know on the guitar there are some things that on the piano would require a big jump that you can, like if I play something like that, I think on the piano that would probably, that's an octave, right? That's a tenth. So that's already on the piano. That's already a pretty big.
Yeah, an
Interval.
octave. In one hand, an octave is about as far as you mostly ever. You don't often reach farther
Yeah,
in with
yeah,
one hand than an
yeah.
octave.
So on the guitar, you can reach, like I can reach, 2 octaves, uh, very very easily, like that. So there's like and then so chord shapes. There's this whole concept called caged, where you can play one chord and you can shift it up the fretboard. So there's a lot, like pretty much every chord you play, you can theoretically you can just move it up the fretboard. So it's sort of a similar concept to the piano, but when we're playing music, yeah, our hands are moving around from one chord to another a lot. But you can learn a lot of chords from one chord shape, especially if there's no open strings. But even with open strings, you can, let's see if there's a caged shape. The G is a shape, a C-A-G-E-D, right? So cage, you take C, A, G, E, and D. So there's G. So if you play G like that, this is not an easy shape to play though on the classical guitar. And then you shift these two fingers up and bar them. That's the G shape, upper fret. And that's now G sharp major or A flat major, and then that's A major, and then B flat major, and then B major, and then C major, and so on. And so the more of these you start to realize that there's actually not that many chord shapes that we use, not as many as you'd think that are being used.
Is there like a good exercise, like something to practice to kind of like all the different chords, like so you kind of learn, so when you kind of start playing a piece, you're not learning all the new chords, like outside of playing a piece, is there like a kind of like an exercise for playing chords?
Yeah, I mean there's lots. I can give you a lot. A good starting point though, I would recommend, is this one. I'm going to put it in the chat. So that's in the chat, primary chords. So the numbers at the top. The numbers at the top are the positions, and then you got the fingerings there. And you have 1, 4, 5 in every key. So that's a lot of chords, and a lot of the shapes do repeat. A lot of the shapes are the same, just in different positions. But this is very very good. This kind of practice is very good too. It's, C major in the first position. That's that chord, and then first position again. That one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. Fifth position. The 8th position. The 8th position again, but with E, and then the 12th position. So they're very, very common C major shapes, chord shapes. It's not exhaustive, it's not like every C shape you can possibly play, but it's a lot of the most common ones. So, okay. And then you go to F, right? First position, 5th position, 5th position again, 8th position, and then 10th position. And so this 10th position F is the same as the 5th position C. It's the same shape. So that's the 1 1 1 4. You see that, and then 1 1 1 4. But that's at the 5th fret, and that's at the 10th fret. So you'll see that coming up again and again, and then you get the G 7, G dominant 7th. First position for the first 3 or 4 for the first 4 chords, G7, and then in first position, and then 3rd position, 5th, 8th, 12th. So yeah, if you practice those, yeah, it's one way to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think later on in this, in the Arenas method, Book 1 doesn't have a lot of chords in it, but you will get more later on. Let me see. Oh, it's that one. There's some of the pieces in the book have a lot of chords in them, but they're not necessarily like exercises. I'm just looking through the second book. I haven't. They're mostly pieces in the second book. What about the third book? What's the third book like again? Just to refresh my memory here. Third book, lots of ornaments, lots of studies. Yeah, you get some chords. Okay, so you get this kind of thing. This is in book 3. So these are the primary chords in the first position only. So 1, 4, 5, 1 in C major, 1, 4, 5, 1 in in A minor. So you get C major, like that, and then A minor, and so on. So that'll take you through all the keys just in one page. So that's probably a good, I guess we'd get there with book 2, eventually, where there's lots of exercises out there. It says lots of studies in it, lots and lots and lots and lots of studies, book 3, and then some pieces here, some great pieces. Tárrega, lots of Tárrega pieces. Recuerdos de la Alhambra. Whoa. So they're assuming you'd play that in the third year of playing guitar, of learning guitar, because each book's supposed to take a year. So, hey, that's actually, I didn't even know this was in here, and this version's got a lot of fingerings in it. It's actually quite. Good version. Yeah, lots of fingers. Pretty much every note it's got a finger next to it. It is actually like every note has got a number next to it and a string number and everything. But that's the last piece there in book 3. Yeah, and then book 4 I think is just a whole bunch of Czerny. You guys know Czerny, yeah? The piano.
I actually don't think I've ever heard
No?
of that.
Ah,
I don't think so.
okay, interesting. No, sorry, that's book 6. Book 5, studies and preludes. Wow, it's very it's very repertoire based, really, in the middle of the in the middle of the set here. So you get the preludes of Tárrega. This is a great resource. All of the preludes of Tárrega. These are beautiful pieces. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lagrima will be one of them. Prelude, and then some Chopin preludes, and then some studies, all by Tárrega. Some very Tárrega heavy. Anyway, so then you can see they're getting pretty advanced. So that's year 5, was it? Yeah, that's the 5th book. So year 5 of playing. Variations on the theme by Mozart. Wow. And then year 6 would be. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of Czerny. He wrote a lot of piano studies that. Oh no, it's not Czerny. Sorry, it's Hanon. How about Hanon?
Maybe, yeah.
You heard of Hanon? Czerny and Hanon. I know they've written a lot of these like exercises that pianists are forced to practice, and so this book's a bunch of Hanon exercises arranged for the guitar. So you get these things like what is it? so on. It just keeps going on, and you do different. There's all these different formulas, right? So that would be the 6th year. You get some other exercises as well. Chromatic scale with barrings, getting more advanced. Some arpeggios, various things, and then you finally go to book 7, which has a lot of harmony in it. Book 7, you get your scales in all keys, and then you get arpeggios like this kind of that kind of thing, right? In A minor. So all keys, yeah, all keys doing that. And eventually you get a lot of chord, you get the primary chords. 1, 4, 5. Excuse me, in all keys. You get your 3rd, 6 octaves, 10ths in all keys. 3rd, 6 octaves, 10ths. On and on and on it goes. On and on and on and on and on. 6ths. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, but the exercises help. Yeah. All right. Maybe we can all take a look just at like one measure and see if we can get that snap motion going. Go back to book 1. Where are we? Okay. Okay, here we go. So these 2 bars, I reckon, if we can try these 4 chords, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think they're great for snap motion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another good thing to think about with snap motion is that you want to move fast but play slow. So this is a very hard to break the temptation when you move that you want to play. But you want to move. I'm playing slow, but I'm moving fast. What's that next one? Okay, so that's the goal, right? Who'd like to go first? While I eat a cookie. Mind if I eat a cookie?
Hold on, he's gonna go.
She just needs the music.
Yeah, I can go.
Okay.
I can.
So yeah, these 4 chords here.
Okay, let me just remember which ones was. I can't use move. Okay.
Another thing about it is that you want make sure your fingers are all working together. So you're gonna have 1 and 4 down, together, and then 3 and 1 will go down together. 2 and 1 will go down together. Yeah.
Okay. So do I pluck it and then move
snap to
it?
the next one? Yeah. And even if you need to we've got 4 chords here, so you can just snap these 2. Just snap between the 2, I reckon, because we want it to be in your muscle memory so well that you don't have to think about it, right? So you just swap between those 2 first, yeah. Yeah.
So you moving?
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I echoing?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Am I moving like, do I pluck the cord and then I move fast onto the next one, but not necessarily pluck it fast right after I move?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You move with your left hand quickly, but your right hand won't pluck the cord until, for a little while. Yep, that's it. Yeah.
What was the next one? Yeah,
Let's just do those two.
just those two.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, you're playing a little bit quick though. You're plucking. If you can hold, like, stay on the chord a bit longer. Like, you want to be on the chord, ready for the chord for a while. Like if I show you like something like this, right? You could count in 4. You could count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, something like that. Yeah, try that.
Oh no, I'm supposed to hold that one.
Yeah, count. Maybe you can count out loud because you can take longer between to
Okay.
play. You can take longer to play.
So like pluck it, move,
1,
and count
2.
4.
Yeah, pluck, move, and count. So you go 1, 2. Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Like that. Like,
Yeah.
well, I think I did it wrong, but 2, 3, 4.
That was good. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's good. Yes. Right. Okay. Maybe we can move on. That was great. Maybe we can move on to. I don't know if you want to pass the guitar down or someone. Yeah, you want to just pass the guitar down. Why don't we do that? You guys you're gonna. How many ensembles could you make? Guitar and violin, guitar and piano, guitar trio, guitar duo, piano 4 hands. There's so many things, huh? It's good.
Okay, what am I playing here? 4 and 1 going to. So basically moving 1 and 3. Oh, you switch the bass too.
Goes
So,
to A from E to A.
E. Oh, yeah, the bass. Yeah, I know.
B is supposed to be G sharp.
G sharp. Plus sing those D sharp because I had the D down here. Okay, and then C and A minor. So it's A minor. See if this works. Okay.
Yeah, it's looking good. Taking your time. I think you could snap your right hand as well, so you can put your fingers back onto the strings that they're going to play next.
Carefully.
And get them on the bass.
Yeah, I know. So I think both my hands at the same time. So then it goes there. So.
So
Yeah, and give yourself more time. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So you got like 3.5 seconds or something that your both hands are ready. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, I think you could try. That's good. Maybe you could try to snap faster. So move the fingers faster. So 1, like immediate. It's like a reflexive action. You know what I mean? Like play and move. It's almost like almost at the same time. Play and move. Play move. Play move. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what you want to get. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking wrong string here. Didn't make sound.
That's it. That's it. That's good. Yep. Does that help? Is that making a bit more
I
sense?
think, yeah, like moving faster.
Yeah, to move
I guess
faster.
it move
Yeah.
faster.
You see, it comes really in handy when you have to move a long way. You know, if you're going from. Okay. So I'm snapping, right? Snapping. You're much more likely to be accurate too, right? If you're on the notes as soon as possible. That's why there's something really reassuring if you can hold your fingers on those notes. It's like you're feeling those notes for a long time before you actually play them. That's a habit you want to get into, because it's a very comforting feeling if you're on those notes for a long time. You know, like I do that, just go up to here on those notes for a long time. Just go, got it. You know, now snap back on those notes for a long time. Snap back. There's no chance. I cannot miss. It's like virtually impossible to miss because they're all right there, right? I'd have to lift my hand off and put them on another string to miss. You know what I mean? So. Okay, you want to pass the guitar along, please, and same 2 chords, I guess.
Especially going to no, that's A and C. It's so hard to think of.
Got it. That's it. Oops. Yeah, third finger goes on the 2nd fret. Second fret. 2nd fret. Third finger on the A. Yeah. That's getting better. Yep. You can snap. Yeah, snap it a little bit faster, I reckon. Yep. Oops. But yeah, 2nd fret. You should hear it. If you hear it, if it sounds like, if the chord sounds like that, that's not right. Yeah. That's it. Good. That's good. That's good. Good. Yep. Excuse me. Very good. It's cold in Florida today, surprisingly. It's like in Australian degrees. Tonight's going to get to 8 degrees. It's like, that's, what is that in Celsius? That's why I'm coughing a little bit. So I feel this cold breeze coming in. What is that in Fahrenheit? 60. You're going to go down to 48. 45 tomorrow. You're going to go down to 45 in Florida. That's like freezing. Great job. When you have cold fingers, it's harder to do this kind of thing too. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. So hopefully that helps you, and just even if you just do it, the concept is more important than the amount of chords. You know, if you can just, even with just 2 chords, if you get that concept going with those 2 chords, then I think you understand how to apply it. So very good. Would how about Larry next? Larry, you want to give those 2 chords a go? Oh, you want to do all of them? All 4?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. All 3 then. Yeah. Those 3 you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's have a look at that. Can you do that one more time, please, Larry? We'll
Sure. Yeah.
Let's put you on the big screen here. Yeah, looking good. Looking very efficient. You've been working on that during the week?
Yeah, I've been working on the using those independence exercises a little bit later in the book, which are really challenging.
Yeah.
I've been working on my hand position, trying to go back and get it tidied up.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks very efficient. You're keeping your fingers really low, low to the board. You stay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Looking very low and efficient. Yeah, very good.
Trying to do that, yeah. So those exercises are really good. The second lot of independence ones are really quite challenging.
The second, that's like right at the end, is it? The ones
just a couple of pages on.
Oh, a couple of pages on.
Is it those ones there? You just had them, I think.
A couple of pages.
I'll tell you the page number.
Well, maybe it is right.
It's 90, no, it's not 95. It's it might be 95 actually.
Yeah, it must be 95. I don't see any other.
Yeah, it's 95. Yeah.
Yeah. So similar to the other ones that we did. Yeah.
They're really difficult, these ones, because it's getting the spread, keeping the A going.
Yes.
It sneaks in. Yeah.
Yeah, keeping that 4th finger going.
Yeah. So I've had to go back and revisit the whole where my hand is and all of that. So still working on that.
That's a leap of progress right there. For a week.
Yes, it's been good. Yeah,
I think that applies. You play in church, right? Chords.
I do. Yeah,
in church, so that's that kind of context. I think it's really helpful. To stay low, move efficiently.
Yeah,
keep the beat going.
Yeah, that's right, and get your changes quite quick, and that, like as well as that, the early discussion about chords. I use a lot of bar chords as well.
Yeah,
and sometimes play them in different positions because of where they're. If you're playing like from D minor to G minor or D minor, those kind of things. So I play them up to the 5th position. Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah.
Snap motion, right? Snapping right.
Yeah.
Snap.
Yep.
And that allows you, if you do need to strum, like a lot of fast rhythms just before you change.
Yeah.
That's challenging.
Yeah.
That's a very challenging. See, I'm not quite getting on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just to give you an example of.
Yeah, there's a couple that I played last weekend, which was A, G, F, and back up again. So you go down, back up again.
A,
so
G, F, like that.
Yeah.
A major.
So A, G, F, back up again as an intro. So so playing G at the 3rd position, and then A up there as well.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll sneak a B in up here as well. So
Yeah,
so it's really helpful.
Adding bar chords to it, it's another layer, but it's the same principle.
Same
principle. You snap into it and snap out of it, and So
I've just started to look at some of the foundations composing thing, working through the movable triads.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
useful one. You just touched on that as well.
yes.
That's
That's
I've
the
got to
same
get
concept. Yeah, just taking a shape
yes,
and moving it up. Yep.
moving it up. That's right. So there's so
Same
much to this
notes
as
and
well. Yeah.
awesome. Oh, that's great.
But
Oh, yes. That's
the other interesting thing is when I'm playing, often because of the work we've done on chords and the triads, sometimes I'm reading the music, I can see
yeah.
why it's a D or whatever because I can recognize the notes that make up the chord.
Yeah,
So
that's the way. That's the way.
making those big connections helps to remember as well.
Yeah, yeah. You remember it better. You read it better because you just see like, oh, that's that shape. You know, I've got it. You know.
Yes, yeah,
You make a clearer like association with it, so it's not an abstract shape anymore. It's a
yeah.
this is this shape. So
And some of those things, linking them to long-term memory concepts is helpful for
Yeah.
memory, rather than as you say, have it just sitting out there like an abstract thing.
yeah,
So that's really helpful.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm pleased with that because I've been using that first lot of independent exercises as well as a warm-up each practice session.
Yep.
So that's really good as well. So just go work on the basics, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sounds like some quantum leaps there. In many
It's been really good,
areas.
actually. Yeah.
Very good. All right. So, good job, Larry and Emma. You want to give those chords a go? Do you need the music?
No.
Very good. Very good snapping. Very good snapping. Yep. Yep. Excellent. 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 Yeah. Great. Okay. So, yeah. So I guess the next challenge will be, you know, if you want to practice these pieces to move from snapping quickly after you play to snapping at the last millisecond, you know, so that you get that really nice legato, and then you're starting to connect so many more chords together, right? You have to stay focused. You have to always try to think ahead to the next chord, the next shape. It's a choreography. It's like a dance choreography. You got to know the next, you know, you got to know the next step or the next move. Otherwise, the choreography won't look good. So yeah, know the next. So that's basically what I'm doing here. Yeah, just last. Okay. So there's your task. You can just snap. You just choose probably the harder ones that are, you know, more. There's more shifting around. Choose those, isolate those, and snap them, and then try to play. You know, you don't have to play the whole thing in one go. You could play like 4 bars at a time, or 2 bars at a time, or one section at a time. Okay, good. Let's look a little bit. Do you have any questions about E minor before we look at the next key?
I don't think really about E minor, but I was just wondering, when you're playing that last song and you're arpeggiating some of the chords, is that, I mean, it's not like, is there like a certain ones that you should do that to, or is
Great.
it?
Yeah, great question. Great question. I would probably do it for the ones that I feel could use a bit of emphasis. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it, so maybe, usually like the first beat, it's usually nice. And there's the degrees of like the speed. You can do some of them slower. Like this one I do faster. It's the first chord in the bar. You could just, it just feels a bit abrupt to just that. So I like to kind of ease into it. And then I happen to know that is a appoggiatura, a melodic appoggiatura. It's almost like a suspension. Ya da da ya. So I want to bring that out. So I'm using the roll to bring that out. Right? Sometimes I'll use a roll to bring that out too. So, or actually, I don't think I like rolling that one. I definitely like rolling that one though. And then, so then the first beat and the melody's kind of rising up to it. So I like to. Then here E7, Seems like I'm rolling the first beat. That's probably one consistent thing. And then occasionally other beats. I don't know if I am doing other beats. I think it's just the first beat in this case. But like maybe, this chord is a diminished chord. That could be nice, right? And then so very often the first beat, it is in 3/4 time, so that also brings out the accentuation, strong, weak. The accentuation of 3/4 times, so the rolls help to do that as well. Good question. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was like it sounds nice, like a lot. It sounds nice, like a lot less, like you're just playing chord. It sounds more like, I guess, connected.
Yeah, exactly. There's more shape. It allows you to put more shape into it. Because if I played them all plucked. It's hard. I can't get. I can't get that same expressive depth, or just that first chord that, you can put a bit of inject a bit of expressiveness into the chords,
Yeah, to me it sounds, without the rolls, it sounds much like blander.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. I've never rolled a chord before, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do that.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's just if you have what can help with that is if you have all your fingers on the strings first, and then just like kind of like one at a time, You want to have a quick go, Emma?
So like.
That's it. There you go. Yeah, and then you can control the speed, so you can do it very quick, quick, or you can do a slower one. There's lots of speeds that you can do. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, I really like. I've heard you do that in a lot of pieces, and I really like it. So I'll probably work on that.
Probably overdo it, but yeah. So good. All right, gives us a little bit of time to look at D minor. So this is, I think, the last key, and then he gives us some lessons by Aguado, a number of pieces by Aguado here, and you can see that they're starting to get a little bit more, adding some more challenges here, like you're getting, I think, more texture, like arpeggios, dotted rhythms here. We're getting a bit of counterpoint here where we get like right, counterpoint the bass line melody and the chord melody above, and then contrasting rhythms there, and then we get, this is quite challenging here, we're getting like full bar. Very good for your barring, holding the first fret down for a while, 3 flats in the key signature, and then we get those. So it's like kind of ramping up the level at the end here. Yeah. So D minor, we have our melodic minor scale, going up to the higher notes on the guitar fretboard. So what's the plan of attack here? First thing,
To
Identify positions.
yes, very good, awesome position. So what are our positions here? First position to start.
First position,
Yeah.
usually, yeah. And then we go to 5th position on the A.
5th position on the A, perfect.
Yeah.
Position A.
And then we come back to the A, the 5th position, I think, in the A again, and then back to first on the F.
Yeah, on the G, I think on the G. Yeah.
On the sorry, on the G. You're right. Yeah, the third on the G. Yeah.
So first, 5th, and 1st. Now, when you get to the 5th, there is a little bit of a, this high D here. Well, even the C sharp. It's a bit of an interesting fingering. Kind of surprised I didn't. Bit of unusual, like 4 fingers kind of sliding around. So we're in the 5th position, but we're spreading out.
Yeah.
Beyond, we're spreading out beyond that position. And then when we play the D, we kind of want to get out of 5th position too, because that's a big stretch. So yeah, I almost want to change it. I almost want to make that a 3. No, sorry, not that one. This one. I want to make that a 3. So then you're in the 5th position, and then you can slide your 3rd finger up. So then what position would that put us in?
Go to your 7th.
So you're in the 7th position for those 2 notes, and then back to your 5th position. So let's, make sure you keep that in mind. Yeah, that 3rd finger we'll use, I reckon, for that one. Okay, maybe we can all have a go at this. I think, Larry, since you've navigated it a little bit, you want to give that another go for us all?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yes. Oops, hang on. Start again. I think you just went into the 2nd position a bit early.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Oops. To the 7th position. Yes, good. And then back, and then 5th position. So
5th for the A there. Where are we there?
Yeah, good. I think you didn't get to the 5th position
On the way
early enough
down.
on the way down, because it goes to C natural, B flat. So maybe one more time, or you can go from. Yeah, actually do it all again, I reckon, please. Yeah.
Okay. So B,
Yeah, and then
B,
seventh position.
C sharp.
C sharp. Yeah, and then now fifth position. Fifth position with your fourth finger. So your fourth finger's going to slide.
So that's from the D,
Seventh.
D,
Yeah.
C,
That's it. Yep. And now you're in
and
fifth
then
position.
that's a yeah.
Two will
There.
find the B flat, one will find the A, and then first position. Good. Yes, very good,
Yeah.
very good. So yeah, he's up the ante a little bit here, you know, going up to these higher notes. I doubt these pieces would go up there, so he's kind of like testing the waters a little bit for, you know, going up to the higher positions. You see that you don't go anywhere, you know, anywhere near the fifth or the seventh positions
No.
in these pieces. Not even later on. So it's an interesting one. Maybe we can have Emma next with the scale, please. Very good. Great job navigating those there. Excellent. Okay. Who's next? Sophia. Next.
Okay. Is it melodic?
Yeah.
Yes, melodic minor.
So is it they're sharp on the way up but not on the way down?
Yes, they're raised up a semitone on the way up and then lowered a semitone on the way down.
Okay. And do I switch positions where you have the little green?
Yep. Yep. The Roman numerals. I don't know if violin does the same. Do you do that in violin? Is it Roman numerals or
What?
the positions?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever. Yeah, they don't mark them in. I don't think. I don't know if I've ever even seen a position mark.
They don't mark positions in violin music. That's surprising.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Interesting. Especially because of intonation. You don't think that really affect your intonation to know what. Anyway.
Well, it's natural on the way up.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's natural on the way up because it's in the key.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. You can use the numbers to help you as well. Yeah. So it's second finger, second fret. Generally, when we're in a position, I don't know if it's the same with other instruments, but it's one finger per fret. I guess violin doesn't have frets, but it's one finger per note. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be a 2 on the C sharp there, please.
Oh, I don't think I played a C sharp.
Yeah, you played a C natural.
Oh, C sharp. Oh, it's just...
Yeah, with the second finger. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And you got it fair.
Yes. And now you go to the 7th position. So your first finger will go to the 7th fret, and then one finger per fret, and then you put your third finger down, and that will find C sharp. Yep. And then your fourth finger will find D. Yeah. And then you slide your first finger to the 5th fret, and your fourth finger, one finger per fret, your fourth finger will find C. Yep, second finger will find B flat, and then first finger will find A, and then you go back to the first position for the rest.
Right at the G?
Yep.
You go.
With your third finger though, yeah? So you're in first position, so first, yeah. B flat now. B flat, third finger. Third fret. Yeah. Good. Great job. Great job. And that's not easy to do, you know, if you're not familiar with the guitar and the fretboard up high in the high positions. So yeah, generally it's one finger per fret, and that's a lot of the times if you do see fingerings, if you see numbers in guitar music, it's mostly based on what position you're in. That's why they've used those numbers, those fingers. The third finger here on the B, because we're in the fifth position, and you put your third finger down in fifth position and on the first string, and it will find the note B. So most of the times that's how the fingerings on the guitar work. So scales are a really great way to help to kind of learn that. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched one of your videos where you said it was really important to know what position you're in, and so I've been trying to like learn what position I'm in. To like make sure I know where I am, because you said it's really important to know where you are.
Yeah.
Somewhere up there.
Yes, it is very important. Very important. You should know every note you play. You should pretty much every note. Sometimes there's notes that'll float around, you know, like float between positions very quickly, but most of the time, you know, you want to know what. It has a lot to do with the first finger. So this is like the navigator, right? It's kind of like navigating around. You know, if you play something a bit more advanced, like that kind of thing, right? So the first position. Seventh, 12th, 7th, 6th, 7th, 2nd, 1st. So in my head, I know before I'm going to the next one, I know where I'm going. Got to know beforehand, yeah, not during or after. Okay, and you can see how it's one finger per fret generally, right? First position. One finger per fret, and then it's one finger per fret. One finger per fret. One finger per fret. One finger per fret. It lines up that way, pretty much every note. So, yeah. It's very important.
Positions in this scale, could you not? I often find that it's hard to shift from like first position to, let's say, fifth position. Couldn't you play that open E and then move to fifth position on the second string?
You definitely could. You certainly could do that. I think it's, generally if you have an open string and you can use it, usually you'll do that. But it's good to practice both ways. So it's good to practice shifting without an open string, because then there are times when you'll have to do that as well. So it's just a different type of shifting with an open string, which is what you're suggesting, which would be be a bit easier in a way, but it's good to do it both ways. I guess they've chosen this way. But very good thinking. Yeah, I think that's what I did in this that passage I just played. You know, it's like open strings, shift with the slide. This one I don't get. There's no open string to go here, right? There's just no open string. No open string there, but guide finger, open string there. So if you got an open string, or if you have a guide finger to shift, that's ideal. If you don't, bad luck. You just have to do your best, you know. Snap. You kind of snap into it. All right. So anyway, we better wrap it up there. Sorry we didn't get everyone to play D minor, but the scale. But yeah, if you could work on that scale, keep working on those E minor pieces. Next time we'll cover. The pieces. Or is there one? How many pieces? I think there's just one more substantial piece here. That's a good one. Nice arpeggios and things. So yeah, next week's Thanksgiving here. So you guys are probably in America. I don't know if you guys are going to be away, traveling.
We'll be here.
You'll be home, okay? Emma?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Thanksgiving's the day before, so I'm okay to do the Friday of next week. Yeah. All right. Great. Well, I'll see you next week. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, everyone.
See you, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.